Are you a business owner or entrepreneur who's had great success in the business world, and now you want to launch a speaking career to share your message with the world? If that's you, then listen up. 25-year speaking industry veteran Brett Ridgway has released his latest special report, 3 key things entrepreneurs must master to build a profitable speaking business. To pick up your copy, go to brettridgway.com/freebie. Welcome to the Spotlight on Speaking show with Brett Ridgway, where you'll learn the keys to building a profitable speaking business from speaking industry pros. Each week, we interview a great guest who will share his or her speaking journey, identify what their keys to success have been, and highlight some critical mistakes they've made along the way that you'll want to avoid. Be sure to visit our website at spotlightonspeaking.com. And while you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now, sit back, tune in, and get ready to meet this week's guest.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Spotlight on Speaking show with Brett Ridgway. And I guess maybe today I should say aloha, everyone, because my guest today is originally from Hawaii, but Ronnie Tsunami is a product launch specialist, a certified product project manager, and a speaker. He has built learning solutions and marketing programs for both thought leaders and enterprise organizations such as Microsoft, the Office of the Secretary of Defense, the U.S. Air Force, Spectrum, and Blue Cross Blue Shield. Ronnie's also the CEO and founder of Rock U Academy. Ronnie's been working in the training and education industry for over 28 years, and his programs have been implemented in thousands of academic institutions, companies, and nonprofits around the world. He's been a featured expert on a number of stages and virtual summits, and he's helped to develop support communities with millions of members in multiple fields, including business, technology, and health. In addition to his extensive experience in building and implementing learning solutions, Ronnie has served in C-level roles for multi-million-dollar corporations, including CIO for iTech Services, CMO for Plant Pure Nation, and Global Director of Programs for Cominus. Is that how you say that, Ronnie?
Yes.
All right. Ronnie has also worked for the U.S. government, including serving in the U.S. Air Force in computer operations, as network engineer for the Secretary of Defense, and Director of Information Services for the Congressional Commission on Veterans Affairs. Over the years, Ronnie has attained many certifications in several fields, including systems engineering, project management, leadership, life, and business coaching. He uses his unique combination of skills and experience in marketing and technology to help entrepreneurs to create, grow, and manage successful businesses while also aligning their passion and life's purpose to create a world-changing legacy. Without any further ado, welcome Ronnie Tsunami to the Spotlight on Speaking show.
Aloha, Brad. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding, man. So with all those credentials, man, you must be like 75 years old, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm 52, but I did start pretty young, and I do feel like, well, let's just put it this way: I like learning new things, keeping it all fresh.
Apparently, that is the case. So, I know you've used speaking as a current part of your business building and all that, and you've spoken in a number of other venues too. And I always like to say there's 3 types of speakers in my world, Ronnie. You have your keynote speaker, you have your platform selling speaker, and then you have your person who's using it just as a marketing tool. They're not direct selling from the stage, but they're hoping to generate leads for whatever their core product or service is.
Right.
So which of those niches do you kind of put yourself into, and how did you even get started in the speaking industry in the first place?
I've done all 3. I think, when you're a coach, so I build coaching programs, right, for entrepreneurs and launch products and services. So typically, I was pitching my own project, right, my own products and services, my own businesses. And now I'm helping others because I own a streaming TV network, right? Transform Your Life TV is something we've just launched. So everything that we do is about helping people to promote their products and services, but I had to do it myself. Mm-hmm. So pitching my products and services, and ultimately pitching other people's products and services too, whether it's from the stage, and the stage is relative. The stage could be a physical stage, but it can also be, now we have Zoom, and then we have virtual summits and other ways to promote your product or service. So I'd probably say I do more of stage number 2, that pitch from the stage, than anything else. But obviously when you become a thought leader, people want you just to speak, and you have more stages. Stage number one, which is you just talking about movements and causes, which is what I've also done.
So how far do we have to go back, Ronnie, to be on that stage? And let's say a real live stage for the sake of argument for the first time.
I think, well, we say credibility and visibility equals reputation. And when you have a reputation, people want you to speak, right? That's reputation is why people are writing books for credibility. They're looking for visibility, whether it's on other summits, whether it's on other stages, it's on podcasts. These are all ways to build up visibility. So when you have credibility and visibility, and networking, joint ventures and other opportunities provide visibility as well. When you have the credibility and visibility combined together, then getting on those stages is so much easier. The problem is people will often just focus on one thing. Like they'll say, okay, I'm going to focus on visibility. I'm on social media. I'm on these podcasts. But if you don't have the credibility, let's say of having a book, right, where you've been able to take your knowledge and put it down on paper in some form of fashion, then you don't impress the people who have stages, right? Because they're looking for your credibility to bolster their credibility. If you get invited to a big stage, it's because, well, I'm going to invite you to my stage because I'm going to look pretty good if I can say I have this person with this credibility. And then, of course, the visibility means that people also recognize you, which also adds credibility. So you've got to have both credibility and visibility to be on the bigger stages. Now, you can get on the smaller stages if you have those connections. Again, networking provides more of that face-to-face where someone's willing to take a chance, essentially, on you without you having all of the credibility yet. But you work your way up.
So how many years do we have to go back again, Ronnie, till that you graced the stage for the first time?
Oh, geez. Well, I'm a performer, so I have a band as Ronnie Tsunami and the Wave Riders. Imagine Jimmy Buffett meets Santana in Hawaii. I even have hula dancers. But I've been speaking for a long time. I mean, I was literally speaking to other high schools while I was in high school. So I've been on stages for quite a while. When I was working at the Pentagon, when I was in the Air Force, I was teaching the Army and the Air Force personnel on computer operations. And then, so that a mini stage in terms of teaching. So I built the training programs there. And then when I worked at Microsoft, same thing. I built the Microsoft IT Academy, which was rolled out to 10,000 schools worldwide for Bill Gates. So I had to teach the professors there, right? So there's always a learning component, a teaching component. And then when I was building marketing programs, and this is back in 2000, year 2000, for colleges and universities, building those learning solutions, again, on the stage. So I would say my professional speaking career really started in 2000. So, gosh, it's been that long, 21 years.
So you probably don't know this. I actually have a twin sister who retired from the Air Force 27 years as a colonel. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was just an airman. I left after 6 years.
So, I mean, you mentioned you've done keynoting, you've done platform selling, you've done just speaking from the stage to as a branding tool or a marketing tool for your business,
Yes.
whatever. Which of those channels do you prefer the most?
Well, let's put it this way. The goal is to generate revenue, right? Being able to pitch from the stage is a great opportunity for anybody. I mean, that's really and when I say pitch, it's funny because you often, some of my biggest sales have been without pitching. Like I'm there to talk about, let's say, I'm talking about overcoming imposter syndrome. Get out there, no pitch at all. But afterwards, I'm at the bar drinking. And the next thing I know, I love what you're talking about. And because they fully understood my why, my mission, they wanted to learn more. They get involved. The next thing I know, $50,000 later, I walk from the bar and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I was not pitching, right? But I naturally educate people, and education is pitching. right? If I'm educating you about opportunities, if I'm giving you hope about what you could do if you had this, or if you did this, or you did that, that ultimately, I don't consider myself pitching. I consider myself educating. So I think, to me, that's the fun part of it, is I don't consider my pitching or sales. I just consider it sharing knowledge. In Hawaii, get this, Brett. In Hawaii, we talk about aloha. Alo means to share. Ha means breath of life. In Hawaii, aloha means to joyfully share the breath of life. So when I quote pitch, I educate, I'm sharing the aloha. I'm sharing opportunities and hope of what people could do. And I love that part of it.
So what are your biggest keys to success, Ronnie, for developing that aloha experience for your people in the crowd?
Well, key step number one is to overcome the fear of failure. Failure is probably, or that fear of failure, that fear of pressing the wrong big red button, the world blowing up. I think that's what stops most people. The fear of looking stupid, right? The fear of looking incompetent, of being ridiculed. If you're going to go into speaking, you've just got to overcome that imposter syndrome of not being good enough. And I say, when you to do that, you have to understand that, one, stop comparing yourself to other people, right? That fear of not being good enough, or being as good as Brett is, or as good as Tony Robbins is, or as good as Lisa Sasevich is on the stage. No. Stop comparing yourself and understand you are unique. And to me, overcoming that imposter syndrome and that fear of failure is the number one thing that people need to do. And to truly understand that you're not worthless, you're worth more. And as I tell people, if you know your purpose, your interests, your passions, and your experiences, I call a pipe. Purpose, all your interests, your passions, and your experiences. If you combine all of those, you're genuinely unique. No one's going to have that exact combination.
Right.
Then share it. And you can share that with the world, get on stage, but you are uniquely you. So you don't have to worry about if you're good enough or you're as good enough as someone else is. You're unique.
All right. So you got a number 2 and maybe a number 3 in terms of hints for success?
Oh, yeah. Well, again, one, understand not being afraid of failure, right? 2, as I just mentioned, stop comparing yourself to others.
Okay.
Right? And 3, lead with your mission. When you lead with your mission, your why, it's hard for people to, one, argue with you, because it's your mission. Everyone's mission's unique. 2, it lowers defenses. So, for instance, if I walked up on stage and I said, "Hey, Ronnie Tsunami here. I help people to, I hate people who, I help people who hate marketing technology through my coaching program that's going to help you to build this, and this." And it's a pitch, right? It's obviously a pitch. I'm selling you something. But if I said, "Hey, hi, I'm Ronnie Tsunami. In 2014, let me tell you a little story about a time where I was in the hospital and I couldn't walk or see. By 2015, I was bedridden, and I thought about just giving up on life because I didn't think I could do anything else to help my family. I couldn't walk or see. I couldn't work. Lost all my business. And then a coach helped me, and I could walk and see within a few weeks. And I almost gave up, that close to giving up. At that moment in time, I said, I'm going to help every coach, speaker, and author to get their message up, to give hope to others who are almost giving up, because I know those people have a mission and can help save lives. That's why I do what I do. So, hi, I'm Ronnie Tsunami. I help coaches build their programs and reach more people. See, with that, now people understand my mission. They lower their defenses. They're open to hearing how I help people, what I do and how I help people, because they know why I help people, right? Lead with your mission. That's probably, along with the failure, the biggest thing. Not being afraid of failure is understanding and leading with your mission.
Well, those are such powerful tips, Ronnie, and people really need to take those to heart. And I have a couple other questions I do want to ask you. But before we do, let's take a quick break for a word from our sponsor.
Are you a business owner or entrepreneur who's had great success in the business world, and now you want to launch a speaking career to share your message with the world? If that's you, then listen up. 25-year speaking industry veteran Brett Ridgway has released his latest special report, 3 key things entrepreneurs must master to build a profitable speaking business. To pick up your copy, go to brettridgway.com/freebie.
And we are back with the Spotlight on Speaking show with my guest, Ronnie Tsunami. And Ronnie, this is probably my favorite question to ask my guest, and that is, all right, bare your soul a little bit, buddy, and tell me a couple mistakes that you made along the way that were maybe embarrassing and you would highly encourage aspiring speakers not to make.
Well, I have one big one. I would say one of the biggest challenges I had, one of my biggest mistake was not being true to myself. Like, Ronnie Tsunami is not my real name, right? My real name is Ron Gandes, but I've gone by Ronnie Tsunami for a long time, since I was actually in the military, became a speaker, became a musician. So Ronnie Tsunami's, being from Hawaii, people joke about it. Oh, Ronnie, you're from Hawaii, you're a surfer. So Ronnie Tsunami was a nice fit.
Sure.
It's memorable, right? And I had a coach tell me one time, don't lead with Ronnie Tsunami. Just go by your real name and lead with your technology. Stop the Hawaiian stuff. It's not marketable enough. In fact, island, Hawaiian, tropical just reminds me of someone that's not techie, yet you're this tech genius, having built all these technology programs. So I gave up and I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead. I stopped being called Ronnie Tsunami. I went and led with my technology background. I was the lead network engineer for the Secretary of Defense. I worked at Microsoft. I had a whole bunch of things I could lead with, right? Brett, I was the unhappiest person for 6 months, unhappy as anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me doubt myself. Like, wait a minute, I felt like I thought I knew who I was, and I wasn't being this outgoing, gregarious kind of person because I was supposed to be this serious engineering technology expert. People spotted that, of my friends, my fellow coaches. And when I ended up going back to Ronnie Tsunami and embracing my Hawaiian side and saying, you know what, I'm sorry, this is who I am. If I want to be a fun-loving island Hawaiian, that's what I am.
Yeah.
Within a month after that, another $50,000 came in. It was just like, and my business grew. Yeah. But I had to be who I was and accept me for who I am. I get to choose who I am, not someone else. And people, I think, rely too much on other people and what their opinions are to define who they are. And no, I am who I am, and I love who I am.
All right, that's great. Got another mistake, man? Come on, something embarrassing.
Another mistake, I would say, well, okay, this is embarrassing. It's because being a technologist, I use email a lot. And so I communicate by messenger, by technology in some form or fashion, right? Text messaging. And here's the thing. In this connected world with so many devices, we lose the connection of voice to voice, right? We're so digital with the way we do things, even on Zoom, right?
Yeah.
And I say, listen, why not pick up the phone or go to events, right, where your people can really hear you and connect. And I made a habit of just emailing people all the time. I wouldn't pick up the phone and talk to them.
Yeah.
I got it. And I ended up learning that people felt like I was being impersonal. I wasn't meaning to be impersonal. They just thought, oh, I'm not good enough to talk to. Right? That's how much time I'm worth. I'm worth a few words you typing, but you don't want to actually get up and meet me or talk to me or jump on a Zoom or a phone call. I'm not worth the time. What I learned was you have to make time to connect with people, even more so now, not just for good business, but just for being a good person, right? I think we lose that connectedness. And I spent 20 years of my career in IT taking people out of the equation in the name of efficiency, right? Take out the human error side, stop it and just automate everything. Go digital with everything. I've spent the last few years of my career right now trying to put people back into the equation.
Yeah.
Connect, speak, use your voice, talk to people, shake someone's hand, connect again as humans rather than relying just solely on impersonal technology.
All right. Well, those are great tips also. And so whether it's from the you do this and don't do this also type scenario, all of them work. So pay attention what Ronnie has had to say today. So we're coming to the end of our time together, Ronnie. I would like to give you a couple minutes to tell a little bit more people about what you're doing and how they can get into your world if they so desire to do so.
Sure. So I'm the CEO and founder of RockU Academy. We help coaches to build and launch their coaching businesses to get out and do more with the world, right? To actually reach more people. So we take care of helping them to define what their business is, build their branding and their marketing, handle all of their technology set up from their website to their CRM to their affiliate tracking. Make sure we do everything so that they can focus on what they do best, coaching, and we do the rest. So that's RockU Academy. And then I have Transform Your Life TV, to where once the coaching program is built, I got to build visibility. As you said, right? Speaking matters. So we have a TV network called Transform Your Life TV, or transformyourlifetv.com, where we actually promote coaches who've got a great program, a great message, and we put them on. We have multiple channels available for people. It's about getting out there, guys. So that's what we do. I invite people to just go to rockyouacademy.com to learn more about our coaching business. And if they want to be on TV, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, streaming TV, then visit transformyourlifetv.com.
All right. Awesome stuff, Ronnie. So any final words of wisdom for the aspiring speaker out there before we wrap her up?
Every hour, every minute, every second, someone doesn't hear your message. Someone is suffering. You have the ability to give hope to someone who could then give hope to others. Do not stop what you're doing. The world doesn't need you later when everything is in order. The world needs you right now.
All right. Well, awesome. So thank you so much to my guest, Ronnie Tsunami. This has been another episode of the Spotlight on Speaking show. As always, if you haven't yet been to spotlightonspeaking.com, hop on over there and register so you can be notified of upcoming episodes, as well as pick up your copy of my free special report, 3 Key Things Entrepreneurs Must Master to Build a Profitable Speaking Business. And you can get that at brettridgway.com, and that's Brett with 1 T and Ridgway with no E. But as always, thank you for joining me today. My sincere best wishes to you for the greatest of success in all that you do as you look to build your own profitable speaking career. Take care.
This has been the Spotlight on Speaking show with Brett Ridgway. Be sure to join us every week as we interview speaking industry pros and have them share their best tips for building a profitable speaking business. Until next week, thank you for tuning in, and remember to visit our website at spotlightonspeaking.com so you can enjoy even more great episodes like this one. While you're here, be sure to subscribe via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Spotlight on Speaking show. Until then, our sincere best wishes to you for the greatest of success as you work to build your own profitable speaking business.